Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon. This is my report in general chemistry. Okay, so um, use properties of matter to identify substances and to separate them. So, properties of matter properties are used to identify substance. Have learned matter can change from one state to another. Changes in state required energy change to learn. How properties can help you identify substance. How properties of substance can be used to separate substances. So muna siya ang kung curious ka lang sa para sa pag-identify sa substances. Sa mga pangutana silbi ay dili siya pangutana pero kung usay naa ana nga ani nga topic. So substances have characteristic properties. Identify a known substance. Scientifical observe and measure color, odor, texture, density, boiling point, freezing point. So muna sila ang ang ging sa scientific nga ga-observe uh, about sa pag-measure. So dirita how properties are used to identify substances. So properties used for identifying substances: density, mass, and volume, or muna siya ng density muna siya. Two objects can have the same mass but be different substance. Measure volume, determine density, and density of one substance is the same no matter what the sample size. How many substance densities are known? Can compare the density of an unknown substance to a list of known substances and their densities. Though some substances do have the same densities. So, pare-pareha din sila di ay uh, ang ang volume sa sa density parehara sila sa parehara sila og substance based na po sa mga ibalan. So properties used to identifying substances. Heating properties. Substances respond to heating of different ways: warm up and cool down. Time barriers conduct heat well. Aluminum and iron household insulation per productor good or insulator can measure the rate at which substance conduct heat and compare the rate with the heat conduction rates of other substances. So wala kayo sa to. So muna to siya. Properties used for identifying substance. Solubility, electric solubility, measure of how much of a substance dissolves in a given volume of liquid. For example, naaraman din siya ang solubility in electrical solubility, measure para ma-measure kung unsaon pag dissolve sa substance from the given volume of liquid. So example, sugar and dirt can sugar and dirt can test the solubility of an unknown substance. Electric. So sugar o ang kining dirt wala ko dirt pero pwede siya nga mo'y silbi ay makita nimo matest kung unsang stability sa substances sa electric. Some substances conduct electricity better than other. They allow electric charges to move through them easily. So example, copper wire. May example para mag-conduct sa electricity. Copper wire is a good conductor of electricity. Rubber is not. Untest the electrical conductivity of an unknown substance. So, ang copper wire is pwede para may mag-conduct sa electricity, pero ang rubber ay dili siya pwede. Dili siya maka-conduct sa electricity. So, ano pa ni? Properties used to identify substance na magnetic. Some substance are attack. So, yung example sa sige na siya. Example sa how properties are used to identify substance. So, melting and boiling point. Mugini siya ang pinakauna nga example. Mugini lang example gid para kung unsaong pag-identify sa substance. Melting and boiling point. Some substances have very similar densities. How can you tell them apart if their densities are so similar? Melting or boiling point is another property to scientists can use to identify a substance. Ang melting point is the temperature in which substance change from solid to liquid. Muna siya ang silbi mga scientist yung nagagamit nga saong pag-identify sa substance. Manilang ginagamit melting o boiling. So next, okay, how are properties used to separate substance? A mixture is composed of two or more types of matter that can be present in varying amount and can be physically separate by using method that use physical properties to separate the components of the mixture, such as evaporation, distillation, filtration, and chromatography. Ay, kalisura dito kon. So, evaporation can be used as a separation method to separate components of a mixture with dissolved solid in a liquid. So, kini siya nga mixture, man siyang evaporation. Kini siya nga mixture kay ang solid nga kanta na solid may na mga silver, gold himuon nimo og liquid so man ang example na ang figure 1 evaporation can be used separate technique. Mixture of two solid dissolved in a liquid, only a solid remain. Pag magkita ka sa solid, pag basta man siya ang solid na imong liquid, and the liquid is evaporate, meaning it is convert from its liquid state for gaseous state, and this often requires heat. Once the liquid is completely evaporate, the solid is all that is left behind. So dito punta sa distillation. Distillation is a separation technique used to separate components of liquid mixtures by a process of heating and cooling, which excludes the difference in the volatility of each of the components. So man siya gikan sa init paingon sa pabugnaw. Kung mag-boil ka og water ay liquid ana pabugnaw to niya paingon sa ano mo na siya ang maniya ang kung ang process sa pagkuan niya na siya. So next, filtration is a separation technique. Sige din sa filtration. Filtration is a separation technique used to separate the components of the mixture containing an undissolved solid in a liquid. Filtration may be done cold or hot using gravity or applying vacuum. Using a Bochner or Hertz funnel or a simple glass funnel. The exact method used depend on the purpose of filtration, whether it is for isolation of a solid from a mixture of removal of impurities from the mixture. So man siya gikan sa solid paingon sa liquid yapon siya. Muna iya ang mixture gikan sa solid gikan sa kaning Bochner funnel tapos adapter, vacuum tubing tapos filter flask. Siya gikan ani sa kanang Bochner funnel paingon din siya sa filter flash mo na mahimo siya og liquid ang gikan sa kining ang gikan sa solid mo paingon na sa liquid. Muna siya filtration process 1. The mixture is poured through a funnel lined with a filter paper. The filtrate liquid drip through to the filter flask. The solid remains in the funnel. Ano siya? So, chromatography is a simple technique. In a principle, it remains the most important method for the separation of mixture into the component. It is quick, quiet, versatile, for it can be used to separate mixture of solid or of liquid or mixture of solid and liquids combined, or in the case of gas chromatography can separate mixture of gases. Okay, napod siya 2 elements sa chromatography. So, man siya ang yang 2 elements are the stationary space and the mobile phase. There are many choices of stationary space, some being alumina, silica, and even paper. The mobile phase is liquid. Chromatography can also vary. Ang kaning kuan is stationary space kay man siya ang mga alumina, silica, and even paper, pwede po siya papel ganito. Tapos ang mobile phase kay liquid chromatography mana siya. So di na ta medyo kamera yung explain kay gapas kog oras, so sorry kay ma'am. So proceed ta sa yaang mixture kung giun sa man siya figure 4. Thin layer chromatography is one type of chromatography. The stationary paste can be a thin film of alumina or silica on gases or on glass or even paper. The plate is placed in a developing tank which contains the mobile paste, which travels up the plate by uh, capillary action. Aspiration is obtained because the component of the mixture that has a stronger affinity for the island compound travel faster up the plate than the component that has a strong affinity to the stationary paste. Ano siya yung process? Compound 2. Tataas. Kinabsorb siguro niya ang liquid siguro sa ubos. O siguro na siya. Or di ko sure. So, next. Methods of separating mixtures. Some of the common methods. Ano siya ang hand picking. Separating mixtures man eh. Naman yung hand picking, tracing, winnowing, shaving, evaporation, mali ka pa ng distillation, filtration, sila. Pero kanin sila, nagin sila mga pictures. Kaning saving mo maning gisala, kaning saving, or sa paglito ka na, mana siya ang gisala silbi ka ng asin sa laon or pwede ra po bisan sa nga mga kanang powder. Tapos kining hand picking nang isa-isahon nimo. Walang bugas mo ihapon na. So muna to ma'am, thank you. Mura na yung akong nasabtan sa akong report. So I hope nga ako na sa inyo. Tapos thank you very much and good afternoon ma'am.